top of that, I think that's when we start to drop the word teen and the word Titans really becomes prevalent. And then it becomes a Titans book. It really is about the adults now, who were once teens and who are now adults. They tell their own story moving forward, and that continues in place for quite a period of time after that.
Teen Titans of the history.
Again, with the parent and child.
Nightwing.
If the parent does his job well, the child eventually becomes independent and competent. And then there's always that point where the parent isn't quite ready to let the child go. And so
they have to
become full-fledged
heroes in their own right
and
do things their own way.
They bump heads with the Justice League.
Collide.
Batman or Green Arrow or some of the other characters had to at least now take
these people as adults, not children.
They're no longer their kids. They no longer can order them around. They can no longer tell them, this is the way it should be done. Listen to me, I know better.
It echoes what the person reading is
trying to understand.
So you grow with the book and you grow with the show.
One of the brilliant things that J.K. Rowling did in Harry Potter is each book didn't keep their characters the same age.
No,
they aged with the readers.
So
like
the audience.
The characters will age, but you still have to always remember
the fun
story. It is still a big fun comic, and you just try to give it some underpinning there, so that over a period of time, 10 issues, 20 issues, 30 issues, you see some growth.
Yeah, they do grow from time to time.
If you go back and look at
time skips
stuff now, it might feel a little dated. But it's 30 years later. It should feel dated.
30th anniversary of Teen Titans.
When it happened, but now 30 years later, something else is relevant.
Happy 30th anniversary, Teen Titans.
Right voice for the Titans. It can always come back with a
new point of view, new perspective.
Now we flash forward or backwards, depending on where you're sitting.
Forward, back.
To the moment in time where Jeff Johns steps in and goes, I want to reinvent Teen Titans.
Teen Titans. Special Teen Titans. First Century Teen Titans.
It's a seminal moment for us because at that point, Teen Titans was an extraordinarily popular series.
Celebration of 50 years.
Wow. It seems like it's
50 years
time
old.
Passed. That the word teen didn't seem to have that level of importance in the title.
And
Jeff really felt strongly about making sure the teen book mattered again.
That's good.
Created a team that really was an interesting blend of characters.
Young Justice
Tim Drake in the lead. Robin always felt like it should be in the lead. And it has in it one of my single most favorite lines ever in comics since I've been working here.
What line's that?
There's a moment in there where Tim Drake Robin is talking to Starfire, and he agrees to everything that Starfire says. And as soon as she leaves the room, he goes, okay, we're ignoring her.
We're leaving. Ha ha ha.
And everybody looks at him and goes,
seriously?
Did you just
lie to Starfire?
And Tim Drake turns around, cuts a hole in the window, and goes, I light up Batman.
Light up Batman. Wow. Rebel.
And as soon as that scene occurred, I knew these were their own
characters with their own story.
And mentors be damned. They're going to lead their own course.
Take on their own destiny. Do things their way. Just hope for a best outcome.
These are people trying to do their job. Their job is to help others. Their job is sacrificing their own time, their own lives in many ways, their own freedoms to help others to be
independent,
better than is expected of them.
The mix of personalities, I think, is more important than just making sure you have touchstones to every generation. And when Mark created a team and Jeff created teams, they went back and they found the right mix of personalities. So therefore, there was a level of interplay and interaction where everybody's individual personalities would be able to come to the forefront because they were unique to themselves and played against the other aspects of the team. And I think that's what's really important. And when you look at the assemblage of team, it shouldn't just be a check-the-box list. It should really be looking at personality traits and what roles everybody plays in the team so that you're not duplicating roles. But more importantly, set up some great team dynamics for both, camaraderie, but also conflict. And when you have that, then you have the basis for long-term storytelling in the environment that you created among those team members.
Teen Titans. Teen Titans movie.
Well, the thing about DC Comics is it's all about legacy. So when I took over the job of producing this line of DVDs, I was
my animated
definitely
movies.
wanting to spread out the love amongst other characters in the DC universe. And so the plan was to use Justice League and Batman as tentpole titles and introduce characters through that. And Teen Titans fit naturally into the Justice League because they're a junior version of the Justice League.
Junior version more so.
It gives you a whole new set of characters to spin these stories off of. And so, I'm hoping we'll have a whole line of Teen Titans movies in addition to our Justice League and Batman movies.
I'm sure
You know I'm not meant to be here at this stupid school. I was groomed for a higher calling. My grandfather's. I know all about your grandfather.
No, but you.
The hero's journey works because it is the journey. I mean, if the hero isn't constantly challenged, they're not being the hero.
You guys barely held your own against Flash and Wonder Woman. And that's without Superman being
on deck.
He shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, right. Like you gotta wait to take out Superman.
It does.
You have to keep the characters moving and keep them apart because the minute they solve their problems,
it's over.
The drama is over. The story is over. So that journey has to be
ongoing.
What's going to make that character the strongest? And you can go back to the Iliad and the Odyssey, and that's exactly what was done there as well. And that's where a lot of Campbell gets his material from, is examining those stories and seeing the hero rise from the depths. Because if they don't rise from the depths, they become the villain. Or they become useless and they're not heroes anymore. But it's only when you've gone as low as you can and then you rise up again, that makes the hero. And that's the hero's journey there.
Nice. Justice League vs. Teen Titans.
That's why those characters have survived long beyond
initial appearances.
There's a reason why you go to a convention and half the young girls are dressed up as Raven.
Or Starfire.
The fact that she has that undercurrent to her, and the other characters have the undercurrent, is why they resonate a little bit better than other characters who sort of come and then vanish and you never see them again.
Yeah, some characters come, others stay, while some go. The Titans are really stay.
I want whoever takes on the book and recreates the book in one fashion or another to care about it as much, to have a viewpoint that they want.
The readers in mind.
They have characters that they want to explore and find a new way of telling the story for the modern audience.
Titans, go!
Carry on, Titans.
Carry on. Nice. Perfect timing. Let's do it on 25 minutes tops. I'll add the footage later.